Good evening, my beautiful people. What is up? How are y'all? Happy Saturday. It is the Saturday AfterSesh, and I know it's been a bit. This week's been kind of wild and hectic. I'll get into that in a minute. And it's also been a lot of stuff going on. You know, he's always doing stuffs here in La Casa. And so happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Papa Rose. Also, everybody's favorite Papatillo, not Tapatio, but just as spicy as the sauce. And here is in the YouTube page for our YouTube channel for Casa de Juju, um, where we talk about spiritual things and esoteric things, magical things, all sorts of stuff that deal with a little bit on the spiritual side of things, especially from the Afro, Caribbean, and Southern routes of being. I hope y'all are having a great Saturday. I hope y'all had a great week. And what a week it's been. We've been having that push and pull kind of energy, that kind of hurry up and wait and wait, we're hurrying too much. It's been kind of weird that way for y'all. Let me know what's up. Oh, before we go any further, y'all, thank you for coming here. But please, when you get a chance, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all the things so you stay on top of our videos when they come out, and be a part of the show and stay up here in La Casa with us while we kiki and hang. Because the after sesh is always a cute little Saturday moment we have. And also be on the lookout for other things coming up. Tomorrow is Storytime Sunday, so be prepared. That we not doing. We'll skip a couple of days, but Storytime Sunday, that's been really good. I feel really good doing that, and I hope y'all are enjoying it. And I want to hear some feedback from y'all, seriously. If you have any questions, if you have things like that, please feel free to send us an email, talk to us in the comment section, all that good stuff. So now that you've done all the things, so this week, y'all, for real, it was like one work after the other. We were doing stuff back to back because it is the 7th, and we have been going forward because Oya's Day was February 2nd, Our Lady of Candlemas, La Candelaria, and there's so many spirits, including Oya, who is the mother of our house, and servicing that we did, and lots of other works that were going on according with that. And for those in the know, Oya is the Orisha of change, winds, storms. She is the wind witch. If y'all know who Storm from the X-Men is, that level of an Orisha of power. She is a force of justice, of women's mysteries as well. She's a wonderful, wonderful Orisha, and I'm blessed to be a part of her mysteries. And so she's very much loved in many different aspects. So if you want to know more about Orisha worship, Orisha studies, whether it be through Lukumi, or please feel free to ask me questions on that too, and we can talk. But it's been a whole week of doing works and what have you. And because of this, y'all, I want to share something. I was going to share it yesterday for Free Spell Friday, but I didn't get a chance. We were doing stuffs. And there's new oils on the horizon too, because finally, y'all, Three Kings oil is available. It is ready. So if you're interested in getting you some Three Kings oil or Three Kings lotion as well, because yo, it's good to have your lotion, especially in the cold. We don't want to be ashy. Let me know what's up. And also Joy Luck, which is one of my favorite. Lucky, happy, be in the right place at the right time mysteries and inspirational oils and formulations. This one is more about when you get that lucky inspiration and you run with it, or you just go with the flow of what's happening and come out with a new idea, or start really communicating with people, or having those chance meetings that turn into something good. Though that's the kind of formula to help you align with that, to attract that energy to you to work with it. So if you down and interested, also for those that work in spiritism like us, La Comisión Oriental, or the Oriental Commission of Spirits, adore this oil. So I use it a lot when I'm doing work with Guandi, or I'm doing work with any of my Chinese deities that I have in my spiritual quadrant. If you know, you know. And they love this oil too, and it's inspired by them. So y'all know, let me know what's up. And if you're interested, let me know. Let's get you out an oil. But there's limited supply. I only made a little bit. So because Three Kings Day was, and this came through now, because this has been a week of Orishas and spirits as well. But let me know what's up, and the inspiration has been amazing. Let me know if you're interested. And back to what I was saying. So we had a lot of things with the ancestors too, working with our ancestral spirits and doing a lot of medium work. And we came through where some of the spirits were a little heated. There was a lot of confusion in that area, and it was that's why we're kind of feeling heavy in the house. We're wondering, well, it's not anything bad. It's not an attack or anything. It's not like somebody working roots or something. No, it was just this kind of imposing, almost slightly anxious energy. And so we're wondering, did the divination doused and spoke to the spirits? And they gave us something that they gave me license to share. And like I said, I was going to do it on Friday, but I thought, why not now? What better? And I want y'all to have it because this is something, if you have this, if you are involved in any type of spiritual practice like Espiritismo, 21 Divisions, Voodoo, both lines of Voodoo, y'all know, Santeria, Lukumi, even other aspects in hoodoo too. Y'all can root working and conjure. Y'all can put this together as well for the elevation and calming of spiritual energies for specific ancestors. And it's really simple. You get yourself a white candle and a bowl, preferably glass, but if you have a big ceramic bowl, you can use that too. Make sure it's a light colored bowl because you'd be wanting elevation and peace for these spirits. So you don't want to go get, the really stylish black bowl. That's cool for other things. For right now, we want to stay in the white, clear, and light colors. Get your bowl, and you're going to get, like I said, a white candle and powdered eggshell, known as cascarilla or efun, and sugar, and one of the most important things, ice. You're going to put ice in your bowl and your white candle, and on your candle, you can anoint it with a little coconut oil or olive oil for peace, or if you want to use a condition oil or a dressing oil about peace and tranquility and happiness, where it's just about calming things down, you can use that. If you For those that know my products, this is a great time to use a St. Clair oil because not only is it good for working with the spirit of St. Clair and her blessings, but it also works to clarify and bring peace. And it's also good when working with ancestors to have a mediating force that brings clarity and understanding. So whichever, use what you use. You take a little bit of sugar, a scant pinch, and put it in your candle too, and a little bit of that cacarilla. Because what you're going to do is the ice is going to surround in the bowl. The candle's going to be in the bowl, already dressed. And you're going to put sugar all around on top of the ice. And you're going to put cacarilla all around on top of the ice. And you're going to ask the ancestors that need light and refreshment and calming and soothing to come forward and take that offering that you're giving them of light and coolness. And as the ice melts, so melt away all of the problems and negativity, converting them into positive energy and clarity. As the sugar melts into the water, so let sweetness melt into every aspect, so that sweetness, happiness, and elevation can occur with that light that you're giving them, for light, for peace, for clarity, for elevation. And you're talking to them while you're giving them this, telling them that this is for them to bring calmness from the confusion and to calm these anxious energies, especially if you went to like a misa or you went to a consult or a divination. I'm going to say, you went to them and they say, yo, do something for your spirits because they're really heated. They mess up. Now, it could be that they're protecting you for something, or they need that elevation, or these are spirits that are now getting activated with you, whether they be ancestors. You can also use it for a spiritual court too. And another thing you can do this for is when you know that there is negative energy being leveled at you and you've done your cleanings and everything, but you want to sort of cleanse the area as well, you can use that in this respect as well. It's a work that has different facets, but it can be used by anyone for the purpose of calming, cooling the situations, bringing clarity to situations, bringing refreshment to houses, and bringing light and divine energy to just calm down. And another thing also is to put a little oil. It can be just plain olive oil too on top of the ice as well, just a little bit, because it's that old biblical saying, and this is specific for people that have that Bible influenced hoodoo, the oil on water that bringeth peace. So there's that. or like pouring out water, oil on water. I don't remember it offhand because this is after the sesh. Y'all know what that means. But those that are my Bible scholars that will remind me later will let me in on it. But it's there. Trust me. But I lie. But moving on, it has brought a lot of peace, a lot of communication, and things now are a lot more airy and light. I highly recommend while you're doing this, cleanse the house. Give yourself a little blessing cleansing of rosemary, copal, and calendula flowers. If you don't have that, just a little rosemary, burn it like sage, and follow it up with some sprinkling of a little bit of sweet water and perfume just to bring happiness in. Or if you got some Florida water, and I'm a big proponent of Florida water, yes, we make it. And put it in your water, sprinkle through to bring that calmness and blessings through too. And I wanted to share that with y'all because as we are going into a Mercury retrograde, yes, on the 26th, it's good to start doing things and have calmness, as much calmness as possible, because I want y'all not to be out here thinking, oh my God, it's retrograde, we're all going to blow up. No, this is you taking a minute to revise, regroup, refocus, review, reassess, because the re's come that way, and I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again, just so you have that, because you got this. Don't give into that whole, oh, it's gonna be upsetting. Of course it is, but if you understand that there's some things that might go awry, you plan for the situation and work with it. And that's the flow that I've been getting recently too, y'all. Work with what you got until you get to what you need, but also, how do we make this work better for us? And write down things for posterity, or use the thing and speak into it. You know what I mean, the thing, the phone, and this stuff. And just work with that energy. Work with what you have for your betterment, for your best advantage. And keep your eyes open. Keep your peripheries going. And even if you're walking slowly, you're still walking forward. And that's the point. Don't forget to rest and stay hydrated too, y'all. And if nobody said this, you good. It's gonna be alright. Have faith in you and what you are and who you are. And remember every so often. That's another thing we gotta do during a Mercury retrograde. Remember. Remember who we are, what we want. Did we love ourselves? Are we doing what's best for us and around us? Are we living up to what our grandparents and their ancestors wanted us to be, which is happy and successful? And what is happy and successful to you? Focus. So that's some of the stuff from the session. Also, we have, before Jeffrey reminds me with an owl or a raven, I'm not sure, or a goat. We have upcoming February classes. Of course we do. And they will be coming up shortly. I will leave the link in the comments below. So that y'all can check out not just the amazing classes being given by my peers and fellow professors, mine as well, which is going to be domino divination, how to use it, how to work with it. We'll be talking about liminal spirits and deities, the deities at crossroads and places between worlds, and their history and lores, and the spirits there too. We'll also be touching on some basics of Balo Mayombe, which is another Caribbean, specifically Afro-Cuban, Congo-Cuban religion and spiritual path. Very, very much kind of related to Lukumi, because the birthplace of both is Cuba. But in this one, it is very shamanistic understanding of the dead, of working with the spirits, working with nature, working with divinity in a very earthy way, and it's a whole different thing. There's a lot of misconceptions, and I'm just going to be sitting there giving basics about what it is, what it isn't, and how people need not believe some of the hype, because it's just not. And what else? It's a healing religion, much like all the religions of Africa, all the ATRs and all the ADRs. African traditional religion, African diasporic religion. They're based in healing. They're based in ancestral practices. They're based in fixing that energy, maintaining that energy of positivity, forward movement, and growth through working with our ancestors, and they're also our protectors. This is just like you see many Christians and many, whichever Christians, Muslims, everyone has that energy of protection and spiritual evolution. And it has been brought up a couple of times. I was on my Facebook feed that there's so many people that will quickly disrespect any African-based tradition or indigenous-based tradition or spiritual path or religion, what have you. They'll be easy to disrespect it, but then all of a sudden it's bad when you quote to them that that's not how it's supposed to be, and then all of a sudden you're disrespectful. I just don't like the hypocrisy of it. But as I said before, for those that want to know more, please come through. There's one other class I am doing, which is one where we talk about just that very subject of how ATRs, ADRs, and spiritual traditions have overlapped in the South within our black and brown communities, where hoodoo and ocha kind of come together, espiritismo and conjure look at each other, and palo and old-timey necromancy kind of nod at each other, where we are most similar and how we've overlapped over the periods of time that we've been together. Because there are things that keep us and linked and together. That's why that class is called We Family here, because we all family. And with that, let me see. I spoke about oils, I spoke about classes, and always, y'all, if you'd like to sit for a divination with yours truly, or a mentorship where we talk about spiritual growth, different things that you'd like to learn about in your spiritual and or magical pursuits and esoteric pursuits, or if you just want to have a café con papa where we just sit and talk about your business and troubleshoot stuff, and I'm an ear to listen and help, let me know. Get with me in my email and in the comments below, and we can set up an appointment for you. In the comments, there is a link to the scheduler where you can find out all of the different divinations that we provide. That, and we in the Casa de Juju, we make oils, we make bath salts, bath crystals, excuse me. Gotta fix that. Lotions and powders of a spiritual slant and a conjure slant that are used in works for betterment and other spiritual needs. If you have questions on that too, please feel free to come forward and let's clear that up for you. And I guess that's it. This is really just me checking in and babbling on and giving you the news and what's to use, and hopefully it entertained you and gave you a little bit of information and food for thought. Y'all, I will see you next time. As usual, I wish you all the best. Y'all be kind to yourselves and each other. Y'all stay true. Stay awake. Love, peace, and juju.